It's something that is in the God realms, spiritual realms, if you may. Some of these things aren't actually meant to be understood from a human morality standpoint. They really can only be understood from the spiritual aspect of things. And the spiritual aspect of understanding, again, comes in meditation. So when you ask yourself, why did he, for instance, well, let's put it this way, to keep things all the way on the spectrum of the aspects of these things I'm speaking about. Why did Hitler kill over 1 million Jews, as they say in the history books? Why do millions of Africans die mining gold mines, and diamonds, and crystals, and all these things, still to this day, as we're speaking? Why are there wars of genocide? Why are people in Gaza dying and having to suffer by the likes of Israel, vice versa? You got people dying on both sides, We must fully understand and adjunction ourselves to truly understanding why these things are occurring and happening. And again, it's because the soul inside is suffering. Would you like to know how to end all war, all pain, all suffering, everything that I've just named? It's quite simple. Have sex every day. Or just simply have more sex than you're already having. Whether that's being through masturbation as a solo practice, and even if you are with a partner or you're in polyamory, polyandry, or any sort of other relationship style that I at this point might not be aware of, you can start with a solo practice of tantric masturbation. For men, again, it is, I will say this, easier said than done until you begin a practice or just learn techniques. You don't necessarily have to practice it, but at least you know the techniques. It's semen retention. It's called semen retention. There have been writings on this in the I Ching. Tao Master Montauk Chia has spoken on this eloquently and effortlessly in a bunch of books I cannot name off the top of my head, but if you look up his name, Mantak, and then last name Chia, Chia, you'll find plenty of his books on both male and female human sexuality. And he speaks very candidly and eloquently on semen retention for men. There is another female out there who actually directly taught me through her university the triage of ways to self-care for wounds. And if you have wounding, these are things you can also utilize and manipulate, centralize. All the things that make you human and even more than human, beyond even human. You begin to understand that you're not only a human in the body, especially when you begin to meditate and see colors and images that you may not quite understand yet. Because speaking for me personally, when I first started, to just sit down and meditate. It was, I believe, 2019, 2020 when I first started. And I didn't quite understand and know what was going on. It was during Nidra Yoga. And I, for one, could not understand why it was that people were not seeing the things that I was seeing. When my eyes were closed and I was seeing people, colors, images, life beings from other galaxies and universes, I could not wrap my mind around what in the hell and on earth is going on right now. I couldn't wrap my head around it. I didn't understand a word. I didn't understand a thing. And when I asked the Nidra yoga teacher about it, she couldn't help me either. She had no idea. It was as if when I asked her, it had never happened to her, like ever, which was odd. Because how are you teaching a class on Nidra yoga, but you. And that's not to say, listen, it's not to say that she would be able to fully understand and have the awareness that I have on the things that I am seeing. But to at least have some general knowledge would have been helpful for me. But she couldn't help me. So I kind of left the Nidra yoga thing alone for a bit. I was continuing to do it. But after a while I kind of just stopped. I stopped meditating for a while actually. So in 2019, 2020, actually no, 2021 is I started in 2021. I originally started to meditate in 2019, 2020,